Hey, morning, folks. Welcome to the briefing on Saturday the 23rd. I've just put the overnight chart up there just to show this sort of weak front, which is really the cloud feature that sort of plagued us for yesterday. And then if you move it on 12 hours, it's fragmented, disappeared, and they put a little trough line in there, which I think is to do with just showers lurking about. Perhaps in the Midlands and out towards Wales and the southwest of England. I think we'll be free of showers in our area. Pressure's gone down from what it was a day ago, so the air is unstable, and it also shows the position of this low pressure. It was over Spain 12 hours ago. Now it's moving northeast, and over the next 24 hours it'll progress northeasterly as well. So isobars quite closely packed together, perhaps more so than yesterday, so wind may even be a little bit stronger than yesterday. If I just run it forward, another 24 hours, it's heading off northeast over Germany, and we're now bringing in perhaps more of a northeasterly flow for Sunday. Winds perhaps a little bit lighter, but I think a colder direction, definitely a cold plunge of air coming down on Sunday, Monday. So TAFs today, all day 050, 12 knots. Yeah, a little bit more northeasterly than yesterday, I think, and a little bit stronger. I think it was 070, 8 knots forecast yesterday. Few at 2,000 feet. Well, I think that's perked up already, been and gone, and we're starting to see a clearance coming through fairly quickly. Tempo between 7 and 8, broken 1400. Yeah, I think that's past now. The main one is this afternoon, 15 gusting 25, and that definitely was like yesterday when you got a bit of sort of mixing of the air with some thermals, so the wind really picked up rather quickly. So yeah, I think once it clears a little bit here and we get some thermal mixing late morning, the wind will pick up. So upper winds today, again between these two boxes, 25 to 30 here and 30, 35 to the south of us. So yeah, it's similar to yesterday, 30 knots at flying heights at times, from a little bit more of a northeasterly direction. I think it was pretty much easterly yesterday, slightly more northeasterly today. And the sat pic shows 2 hours ago this solid band was right over the southern part of the country. Now we're starting to see a clearance here, which is coming through. Forecast both on the sat pic and top meteo showing it as well, and this I think will progress through. As the morning goes on, you can see it coming our way, things beginning to brighten up. It's not going to be fantastically clear. I think there will be some cloud in there, but you'll see the rain bits are definitely out to the west of us. Temperature wise, learnt our lesson from yesterday. Perhaps it's a cold east northeasterly wind, so probably 12, 13 degrees, maybe 14 along the coast. But if you're stood out at the launch point, it'll feel pretty bitter. So bring a coat, definitely, and a hat. Dew points are high at the moment, but I think they will go down quite a little bit. Playing those numbers into the soundings, I certainly think we're going to get 14 degrees, probably 3,000, 3,500 foot above sea level, cloud basin thermals. Later on, tops about 5 up here somewhere. So definite chance of soaring, maybe even streeting, but a bit like yesterday, it was very fleeting, came and went at times. Not fantastic, and certainly with the strength of the wind, you did a couple of turns yesterday and very quickly went downwind. So top meteo is suggesting cloud to start off with. This is 9 o'clock. cloudy in our area, but very quickly, moving on a couple of hours, you can see the clearance coming from the east, turning into cumulus. And hopefully by 12, 1 o'clock, quite a nice slot in here with some cumulus. Not much overcast and spread out by the looks of it. And thermal heights in theory going to about 3,000 to 3,500 feet. They're sort of talking about 1,300 meters here, 12, 1,300 here by 1, 2 o'clock in the Lasham area, and maybe a little bit more a bit later. It's quite localized. I think it is going to be nice around us, maybe to the east a bit, but not too far away. So certainly some local soaring. How cross-countryable in that strength wind, not really sure. For the optimistic, maybe. In terms of cross-country distance, this is what they're forecasting, literally a nice area around us and out to the northeast, unfortunately towards the airspace. Played on 24 hours. I talked about the wind going a little bit more northeasterly. Looks a bit better for tomorrow. Might be just about round enough for the South Downs to work. 050, I think, was one of the wind directions I saw for tomorrow. And then the next couple of days, Monday, Tuesday, don't look too bad. So we should get something out of next week, hopefully. But there's definitely a sort of cold northerly blast coming along, and it's going to be fairly windy in the next couple of days. Right, in terms of airspace locally, no TAMs, not really a lot. Nothing in the Lasham area particularly. Number 13 is middle wallop gliding activity. Number 14 and 16 are just the changes in height of the danger areas and the crossing services available for London, from London information. And number 19 out here is paragliding near Wantage on the hills there. And that's really about it. So fairly quiet in our area around here. And operationally, no jet movements today that I know about, certainly no flight plans filed. And we'll set up exactly the same as we've been for the last couple of days, really. 09 operation, launch point on the runway, winch cables on the south side of the runway, and then gliders on the grass for the winching and aero towing from the north side of the launch point vehicle. That's about it, folks. I think there's a reasonable flying list today, so we'll get 3 or 4 K21s out and get out and get going as quick as possible.